Look at this mess. Customer wants me to cover up this window, put a piece of plywood in here, and then put drywall and seal it up. And look at this. Whoever put this tile in here did not want it to come out. Can't even get it out, so I had to just break the edge off. And when I did that, screwed up the drywall. So I have to fill all this in with mud. I had to cut this foam that was already here out of the way, and I put a 2x4 in. This 2x4 is not perfectly straight, so it's gonna be a little more than an inch up here. Since the drywall and the plywood is half an inch, you want to give yourself an inch. So you want to go like this. See, that's not enough. And you have to move the wood. See, I made a mark. You got to do 3 of those. This one might not be perfectly straight either. Then you're going to drill 3 holes in the 2x4. One down here, one in the middle, one in the top. And you're going to go all the way through so that you get the hole in the wall behind the wood, so you know exactly where to put your screw, so everything will line up. Then you take the 2x4 out after you drill the holes. Then you have to use your concrete bit and drill all the way through the wall here so that the Tapcons can screw into it. See, you remove the 2x4 and now you can see your holes. You're just going to drill these out all the way with the concrete bit. Fortunately, the plywood isn't tall enough to fill in the window, so I'm going to try to cut off some of the extra piece I have and fit it on the top. See how it's damaged on the bottom? I'm going to flip it around. And this, I don't know what's, I guess because of the thing that plywood and other woods, the quality just sucks. It's not what it used to be. This thing's all bowed. So I'm going to have to try to put a bunch of screws in it to force it in. Here it is up on the wall. See that gap? Of course the plywood's not wide enough. So I'll have to try to measure that and fill that in. Some more plywood. Got 4 screws on each side. Well, that side's got 5. Be very careful when you put this up here. I didn't do it by myself. I don't have a helper. But be very careful. These stupid tiles in here. See that? I literally ripped my finger open. You can grab the thing and open it up and see inside my finger. So you want to be careful. Because I lost control of this and it fell down and my finger got pinched in here. And somehow it got cut on one of those broken tiles in there. Don't want to do that. All this mess I have to let dry, and then after you get the drywall in there, I have to put even more mud. So there's no point in sanding this yet. Wait until you get the drywall up, and then you throw the mud on. Let it dry, and then you can sand everything at the same time. All right, now, like I was saying, the quality of the wood has gone downhill. This is cut wrong. It's not straight. So you got different widths going all the way around here. I'm gonna show you how you deal with that nonsense. I'm gonna grab the screw. First maneuver the wood in there. Maneuver the wood in there, pull it up. Make sure it's where you want it in the corners. This piece seems to be cut pretty straight here. And then you're just gonna go along right here, top of the other plywood with your marker and draw a line, and then you're gonna cut it out on that line. Then the piece should fit in there perfect. Now you gotta cut two pieces to make it fit in here. So you have to do the same thing on that side. Here's that other piece I was talking about that you screw in there. So you take this, look at that. Not a perfect cut, but it fits. And it will give, this will give some support to the drywall. Of course, this is too far out, so I think I have an idea for that. I think up here, I'm gonna drill into the concrete and put a Tapcon. So when I press this back, the Tapcon sticking out will hold the wood back to give that inch of space, or that half an inch of space for the drywall. And the other piece you put, this goes there. Ended up cutting a little too short here, but that doesn't matter. See, it's in there, it looks pretty good. There you go, that's how you can get around that problem when your board's not cut right. There's a Tapcon, you can see that it's holding the wood back. This piece I had to cut a notch in it to go around the Tapcon. Then you just put it in there. See that? There you go. Pretty flush. Not perfect, but it's good enough. Then you're just gonna screw it in. Put a couple screws in it. That one's already screwed in. So what you do is you just score it a couple times with the knife after you make your line. I'm gonna do this at 50.5 inches. And this should fill up a little more than half of that opening there. We'll see. Once you score it, then you want to gently lift up the drywall. Actually, I should have put this 2x4 under it before I cut it. See, it's already splitting. Just get the knife and cut it some more to finish it off. Oops. Now we're going to pick it up. If you can, you want to have somebody help you do it so that the drywall doesn't fall, because it can get damaged. Try to keep it in that corner there and hold it. I'm going to sink the screw slightly into the drywall so that way when you put a spackle over it, you can hide it. There's what the wall looks like. In order to get that last section to fit, I had to do 2 pieces. And that's what it looks like. Now you're going to fill in the joints with your joint compound. Here's how the wall looks when the paint's dry. This doesn't have to be perfect because they're going to put a big desk over this. Here's what that section looks like finished. Let's put a little desk in there. Nothing special. See right here where my patchwork is, not perfect. Just to cover up that window. And that's what they did with it. That's why they wanted to cover up the window, to put the desk there. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave a comment.